9-year-old girl brutally sexually assaulted on her way to school. The large intestine and anus were removed. The police were able to pull prints. And you are not making an arrest. Angry, the father rushed to the police station and shouted at the chief. And the police told him, "It's hard to catch a killer with fingerprints alone, unless the victim can tell us what happened and identify the killer." This was strongly opposed by my mother. She could not bear for her daughter to relive the nightmare, but in order to catch the killer, the mother had to give in. With the help of a psychologist, Suoan boldly identified the culprit. The evidence is overwhelming. The police made an arrest. My father got the news. Go to the police station immediately. He had to remember what the devil looked like. The station has been swamped by media. After being recognized, the reporter's spear was instantly aimed at his father. The case was covered by television, so once hospital was also exposed in the media, the father hurriedly changed the ward for his daughter, but reporters found them anyway. My father picked Saren up, run away. Mother's shiated body blocked reporters. Suyuan's defecate bag leaked. Father hurriedly helped Suyuan wipe. The gesture reminded Sewon of what had happened that day. He yelled fiercely. Realizing the problem, my father stood still. Since then, Element Yuan and father produced estrangement. She covered her head and refused to face her father. On the advice of my psychiatrist, a group of Sewon's favorite cartoon dolls show up in the hospital room. Sewon's hands danced with them. I smiled a long time ago. Inside the doll, it was mom and her girlfriends. Dad wants to rent the costume for a long time. Can be expensive. He can't afford it. The kind boss said, "I happen to have an old one here. In not, it's yours for free." That night, a tattered cocoa dream appeared in front of Element Yuan. The father dared not speak. I used the sketchpad to communicate with Suoan. Suyuan wrote that it was late at night. "You better go home to your friends." Just as the doll was leaving, Sewon poked him. He smiled and gave him a big hug. The psychiatrist came to see Sauron from time to time. My father's friends were raising money for their medicine. My father became the dominant child at the hospital. The father, who had taken off his doll's costume, could only watch his daughter in secret.